Okay, so you guys had just finished off the golems and talked for a while. I assume you are continuing onwards.
I'd imagine so.
Okay. Uh, you make your way onwards for another hour and a half. Eventually, you come across an old wooden gazebo that has been built within the forest. The foundations and pillars of the gazebo appear to be quite sturdy and has withstood the test of time. The pillars are overgrown with foliage, and within the center stands an old white marble statue of a humanoid woman. Despite being depicted naked, she covers herself with her arms with greenery growing around her, adding to her more modest nature. Water drips from the stone-like eyes periodically, and a stone pendant has been chiseled around her neck, but seems to have been partially damaged.
And we happened upon this in our journey into this forest looking for this cult, correct?
Yeah.
Hmm.
Well, this is an odd thing to find in the middle of a forest.
Does this statue look at all familiar? Like, does it depict anyone of note?
Roll me a religion check.
20! Dirty.
It seems to depict, at least the pendant itself seems to be the holy symbol of Lila. So it's possible that it could be depicting Lila.
Is it like a marble
Um,
statue?
It's a marble statue, yeah.
Mm.
Somewhat worn, but it's currently covered in just various foliage that has covered the statue over.
It's daytime, right?
Or is it late evening?
It's like late afternoon.
How?
You would know.
Oh.
Go ahead.
I was just gonna. How close are we to basically where we should be camping?
A few hours.
Okay.
What's the expression on the statue?
It's kind of blank, but the eyes seem to be periodically like dripping water as if it was crying.
How tall is it?
Um, it right it's like standing on like a fountain basin. Um, and it's about almost 5 feet tall.
Is Lila a mournful goddess?
Generally not.
Okay.
Odd that the tears seem to be coming from its eyes.
Uh,
Nope.
Roll me a religion check.
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Let's see. There we go.
The only thing that Lila could probably be mournful of, in terms of, I guess this state of the world, is just the ongoing war. Since she is the goddess of love, the constant strife and suffering brought upon by the war tends to be a sore point.
That makes sense. Okay. And you said there was a gazebo nearby.
It's in the gazebo.
Oh.
Like it's standing in the middle.
Yeah, it's like there's the gazebo is obviously the statue's the centerpiece of the gazebo.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Are we like standing near it, or are we like a bit away from it?
I assume you'd be approaching it.
You said it's a fountain. Is there like an area where the water collects?
Yeah, there's a small basin like below the statue.
Is there anything in it, or is it just like a bird bath? Angel will approach
Uh,
it.
there's a bit of water. Um, and then there's kind of like moss and I guess kind of vines and weeds that have like grown upwards in
Mm.
and kind of protruded into the basin somewhat and kind of up around the statue.
Angel will tilt his head backwards towards the party, and he just says, "They said the cult has been chasing people outside, right?"
Yeah, they've been attacking people and scaring them off, I guess.
Technically, that's the things that we destroyed, not them, right?
Well, they created the things that we destroyed. If you want to be specific, yes.
Hmm.
That's to say, I think this might be one of the things abandoned.
I mean, correct me if I'm wrong. Due to the growth and everything, this thing has been abandoned for a long time.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Yeah, like way longer
Okay.
than this cult would have been active.
That was going to be my next question.
Yeah.
You would also know, Angel, that generally, when it comes to um, kind of ruined or dirtied or overgrown statues of the gods, cleaning them up as well as offerings of some kind, usually generally towards their tenants, can grant boons.
I would
Usually
say while
temporary.
we're waiting, you just see like a feather duster just appear and start floating around and start dusting it off a bit.
Is it just me, or does it look like she's crying?
Let's clean it up. Maybe that'll make her feel better. Everybody likes a good cleaning once in a while.
Oh, I've got some chalk.
She's gonna try to hop on it and climb up this thing.
Binky! Tim tackles her, not trusting cursed Binky to do something. uh,
Is
what?
that contested?
I guess so. Roll me contested athletics
Yeah,
versus.
Angel
athlet
will step aside and watch them squabble.
Oh,
Damn it!
tackle.
acrobatic.
I wasn't gonna do anything bad. I was just gonna draw a smile on her face.
That's a bit of a desecration, Binky.
Ow!
Well, I mean, you're not supposed to be like drawing on statuesques of the gods. As I
Even
said,
if I'm making it better.
yes, Pinky, I understand your creative genius, but I think maybe we clean it up first to see if that helps. If not, maybe the chalk after. Hmm?
She's a goddess of love. How about you give it a hug?
I could do that.
Looks at Tim, who's still holding her.
Okay, let's hug it. Group hug, everyone.
I guess which of us are hugging the statue?
Angel is not hugging the statue.
I guess Tim and Binky are now.
Okay. Both of you roll me a religion check with your ability score, your spellcasting ability. So,
Int.
uh,
So, religion.
yes, correct. Yeah, you're right. That's right. You're both int.
Where's my...
So just
What
roll
would they-
religion.
11, not shabby.
18.
They
Okay.
can sense Binky's pureness of heart.
I need to check something.
You said like like it's vines and foliage that's overgrown on the thing, right?
Yep.
Fantastic. Tim Tim will get Reggie and the boys to just kind of like eat away the vines and clean it up
Okay.
while we're hugging it.
For the next 24 hours, you both are under the warding bond spell. With
Hi.
Binky being the one who is, um, basically, when Binky takes damage, Tim Tim takes the same amount of damage, but like halved, sort of thing.
I can't wait for Binky to endanger herself and
So
find
it
out.
basically it's as if Tim Tim had casted Warding Bond on Binky.
Oh, fantastic.
And they don't know that yet.
You both feel this kind of protective aura, as if something has been cast.
I don't know what it is, but I feel closer to you, Binky, than normal.
Right? I was just about to say. I think it's because we're the only ones that decide to hug her.
Yeah, perhaps. You just see once again the
Hugging
rats are
respectively.
swarming over us now, cleaning it.
Angel will reach up to his head and kind of put up, kind of reaching a little bit awkwardly past his antlers. He runs his fingers through his hair for a moment before, with a slight yank, he picks what seems to be a particularly pretty but still piece of coral that had found itself inside of his hair. And he will approach the statue and see if he can like tuck it behind her ear.
Okay. Um. So you're just putting coral behind her ear.
Yeah, the thing is that, well, some other Fey Wanderers might grow flowers, but he's very ocean themed, so.
Make me a religion check with your wisdom.
Hmm. Just a wisdom check then.
It'd just be a wisdom, yeah.
14.
Okay. For the next 24 hours, you gain a +1 to your persuasion checks. Feeling a little bit more emboldened. And as you clean up the statue, it takes about, if it's only Tim Tim
And 100 rats.
and 100 rat. I guess there's 100 rats. It'll take about 15 minutes, but eventually the statue is cleaned.
Do the rats get blessings for cleaning the statue?
No.
Not that we can know.
Not that you would even probably know for it to. I mean, maybe.
Maybe.
I mean, they'd act like a swarm, so it's fine.
Technically they're a swarm creature at this.
So the swarm of rats and everyone else in the party. Actually, what is the rest of your demeanors? Lion, Thea, and Apricity towards the statue in this time.
Apathetic?
Okay.
I'm probably just resting. My eyes are closed.
Apathetic.
Yeah, apathetic sounds about right.
I mean,
Maybe
Okay.
3
maybe
apathetics.
maybe
Just-
apathetic isn't the right word for apricity.
Disinterested.
If she was cognitive, she'd at least be a little curious. But she's like more concerned with being a comfy little guy stuck, like stowed away in purse.
Unobservant. There we go.
Yeah,
suppose-
unobservant is probably the right.
I suppose Shathur is also looking with just a hint of suspicion and at them and everyone who seems to have received something. Just a little bit of wariness.
And Theo?
Doesn't
Probably mostly disinterested.
Okay.
She might like quirk a brow with like whatever the fuck they're doing with the statue, but she wouldn't like comment or do anything.
Does anyone
you gonna
say
say?
anything that would wake up apricity from a little sleep?
Angel was thinking about being annoying, but I think he'll decline just the once.
Okay, then yeah.
I'd say as we
Well-
finish up though, and she's all cleaned up though, Tim will do one last thing. He'll
Mhm.
just gather some local flora and flowers and just kind of make a little flower crown and place it on top of the head of the statue. There, all pretty.
She was already
Uh,
prettier now.
You can also roll me a religion check.
Oof, not a good one.
Nothing happens. But as it's all cleaned up, the drip of the water from the eye, like where the eyes are, slows and eventually stops.
We stopped her crying.
See, poor girl just needed a good makeover.
And hug.
And a hug, of course.
Binky will give her arm the back of her hand a little pat, and will hop on down.
I think, if anything, Angel will, with a sort of whisk of his hand, he'll take sort of some of the water that had collected near the bottom of the small pool, and he'll use shape water to move some of that water up and just lightly scatter it or spritz it over the flowers. But other than that, he lets out a small huff of like a job done, basically.
Okay. Angel, Binky, Tim, and the swarm of rats gain 5 temporary hit points for the next 24 hours.
I still got 8
The
from our
rats.
meal.
So
when
many
was the
temp
meal?
HP.
I get mine back. I
Yeah,
lost from getting bun in the face.
Okay.
Well, the 8 would refresh at the long rest,
And the 5
got
with
from the
us
meal.
remains. It's just very.
and the fine would remain. Yeah.
I'll try to remember I have 5 temp HP come the morning.
You can just change it. You can just change it to 5. and
It
won't
doesn't
be-
refresh for long rests. We discovered this last time.
But in any case, I assume you'll continue onwards.
Yeah, I mean,
You all
You
seem
continue
to be doing
until-
better. Sorry.
No, go ahead.
It just comments when they're all getting back on. You all seem to be looking better.
Yep, much happier now. No more crying.
Not gonna start fornicating in front of us, are you?
Blinks slowly. Looks at the statue.
Who would it fornicate with?
Are you requesting?
No. The opposite.
well, I can't make any promises for Reggie's and the others.
Oh, that's true. They have to have children.
Apricity pokes her head out of the bag and says, "Are you guys Are you guys talking about fucking?
Yeah, apparently the Warforged is, so...
I think
He
he's into the
shrugs.
statue. Why don't you try talking to her? Ask her her name.
No, no. The goddess of love. I don't know.
Okay, express your love.
I'm good.
You're gonna make her cry again.
She Persidi will give a long look to Shathur, and then realize what he knows and decide not to say anything and just put her head back on the bag.
Immune. Let's go.
The doodle would be so funny of fucking a fox poking out the head of a bag and just saying, "Are you guys talking about fucking?"
You're gonna make me draw a fox? How could you?
I mean, fox face.
It's like one of the things that she's interested in gossip. That's
That's so valid.
Well, in any case, before fornication begins, perhaps we should keep moving.
Do you have any plans to fornicate, Tim Tim?
While moving.
So, what'd you say, Judah?
While moving, he asks in a question.
I mean, it's a bit of a rocky start for that, don't you think?
I don't see why not. Why it would.
Binky glances between Tim Tim and Angel. And let me see. That's a complete wrong idea.
Oh! Sure.
She covers her mouth, trying to hide her smile.
I'm gonna... Actually, no, I don't think Angel would care what it is that she thinks, but depending on what happens in the future, he might have fun with this. Oh. Alright. I think we should go ahead and get a move out. Oh my god.
I would also say that Alyssa would have also helped clean up the statue. And she wouldn't have joined in on the hug, but she would have put like a piece of jewelry from that she pulls out of her ring and just kind of places like a necklace around the statue. And then offer a small prayer before moving on. As you all continue, it eventually turns to evening, and you'll have to set up camp. I will have to need a survival check.
I got you. Let's see. What the fuck? Okay, there you go. That was strange.
Nice.
20.
Okay. Find a good place to set up camp, kind of near stream. Access to some drinking water if it's boiled, and quite shaded. Relatively good spot for keeping an eye on things as well. What do you all do for the evening?
While people are setting up, Binky is gonna very not so subtly inch over to Tim Tim and just say,
Psst, Tim Tim.
Yes, Pinky?
I think
she like points in Angel's direction.
Angel has a crush on you.
For the record, Angel is in the distance, bending over near the creek, controlling water to kind of move into his hair, and he seems to be washing it.
Tim Tim just kind of looks over at Pinky, kind of gives a shrug. Well, he wouldn't be the first.
Perfect.
That is true, that is true. We do leave a string of hearts behind with each town we go to.
Pinky, we've only been to 3 towns. Or at least, you and I.
Yeah, and I'm sure you've left a string of hearts behind.
I mean, I was disguised as your father for most of it. I'm your grandfather for most of it, Pinky.
I mean, you never know. There might be some grandmas out there.
I suppose so. I mean, I was rather charming as Dinky.
Exactly. Well, if you don't return his feelings, make sure you don't string him along, okay? You gotta be nice about it.
I will break his heart as gently as possible.
Good.
She pats his shoulder and then he walks away.
Storm, what's the temperature like? Like
Temperate. It's like,
you can give it to me in like Celsius. Like
Celsius.
what's it around?
About like 22.
Oh, she hates that. Okay, Apricity is going to go near the water, make herself a bed of ice, and lay on it.
Okay.
It is too warm.
Considering Angel is right next to the water, he just looks over at her and is just like, for the reference, was she like panting too?
Oh, probably. Yeah, she was mostly. It is shaded, but she was probably like becoming uncomfortable with the bag being too warm. So she probably just like came over, annoyed with the temperature, and then just like took water and made a little bed out of it.
Now, was she upstream or downstream from him?
She would have went upstream if he was washing his hair.
So it's suddenly an ice bath.
Yes, your water is now colder.
I actually don't think that would affect Angel all that much. Or if it did, me thinking. Let's see.
And I can make myself an ice bed using this thing for the curious. I think it's this one.
How long do you stay there?
Me?
Yeah.
Like an hour or two, probably. Gotta get a good nap in.
Okay.
Until the sun starts to set and it becomes cooler organically. However
Okay.
long that is.
How far away are you upstream?
30 feet? Probably not much more.
Okay. Is there anything else that anyone is doing?
Something did come to mind. While Angel's washing, Binky's gonna approach him. Which is funny because literally she talked to Tim about this, walked away confidently, kind of had like a oh yeah moment, and then walked back towards Angel. I was just like, hey.
He kind of raises his head and runs his fingers through his wet hair, and as he does so, the water collects in a large basically a ball inside of his hands, and he looks at the water and then looks over towards Apricity thoughtfully, and then lets the water fall back into the stream before he turns around and smiles over at Binky. Yes.
When we were by the statue thing, I noticed you hanging around the water and such. Did you happen to collect any?
To collect any water from the statue.
Mm-hmm.
What do you have? Probably, yeah. He would kind of slightly shake his head no. Sorry.
Ah, drat. Hmm.
Why?
Oh, no, I was just thinking, cause, if I should have took that chance to see if there might have been some sort of magical essence to it that I could maybe,
And she like wiggles her fingers.
It's probable.
cause I got the sap already. And I wonder if I mix that, cause they're both from the same goddess, right? So it makes me wonder if I could maybe find a way to combine their properties and do a little something with them.
Yeah. Angel will look up at the sky. How late is it?
About 5:30.
And how much ground did we cover upon finding that statue? Like, how far away is it roughly?
About an hour and a half.
So it'd be a 3-hour round trip if you went.
Well, tell you what. If you would like, first thing in the morning, we might be able to get some.
Yeah, that'd be fun. Cause I got a little idea, cause I guess I don't know too much about the gods and goddess. Well, I know the base, bare bones basics, but I don't know the particulars. The goddess of love, like, that's talking about like love, right? Not sort of like one of those like, oh, love your neighbor, blah 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 blah.
Don't think I'm the one that you want to ask about this sort of stuff, but I think most gods have a domain. Covers a lot of things.
Storm? Due to the simple sake that Binky has just brought that up in my mind, and there's no way the rats weren't in that water at that point, are the rats doing anything in particular?
No, they're fine.
Okay.
Alright, yeah, we could see if the group's up for backtracking just a little bit in the morning.
Oh, I didn't think all of us had to go,
Oh, just you and me?
if you don't mind.
I don't mind.
The way I see it, one of us, and he's gonna look over upstream again, would probably prefer the extra little bit of sleep. And the others probably don't mind waiting around. Unless everybody would like to go, which they can.
Thinks for a moment, and then kind of like this sly little smile appears on her face, and she like lightly nudges him with her elbow. She's like,
You sure you just want it to be you and me? No one else to come along?
Angel's smirk kind of straightens out a little bit in a odd bit of, he's curious / confused as to what she may mean. And I don't think there's any context clues I could possibly clue.
nope.
Well, actually, I guess he could insight her, because maybe she's doing the thing where she's like looking between like Binky and him.
Or Tim and him.
Binky,
Yeah.
Tim and him.
Yeah.
You can go ahead.
Okay. 17.
I'd say, yeah, you're picking up pretty, like, she's making a pretty obvious expression.
Wiggling
Like, literal, yeah,
eyebrows.
literal wink, wink, nudge, nudge while looking in his direction.
Angel lets out a low chuckle at that, and he says, "Ah, I don't want to make things weird."
I don't think it'd be weird. I mean, it'd be a chance to get to know one another, you know.
Yeah, but that comes with the travel and everything. Ain't gotta force nothing.
That's true, that's true. Alright, you know what? I won't push it.
The smile widens a little bit more, and I think at this point, he would probably just set up his camp and probably sequester himself to, actually, probably fishing.
Okay. Roll me a
Is the water deep
Don't have
in
fishing.
any area?
It's not super deep.
Okay.
You do see maybe a little bit of fish kind of going by.
Mm.
Roll me a. You don't have.
Um.
Let me double check. Actually,
What's
go
the
ahead.
thing? Sorry, what are you looking for? You were going fishing, right,
Me.
Judah?
Yeah.
Do you have fishing gear?
Oh, I'm not fishing the traditional way.
Yeah, I know. I'm just asking because Tim would
I do
notice and
not,
walk
though.
over towards you.
How are you fishing?
Let's see. I was thinking a way that might be pretty cool. Let me see. Honestly, you instantly move or otherwise change the flow of the water as you direct. You can cause the water to form into simple shapes and animate at your direction. The way I see it is if the water is shallow enough and the fish is over the area, couldn't I just open the water up around it?
Follow-up question really quick. How close are you doing this to Apricity?
I would say that she's no more than like 30 feet away.
Okay. Are you planning to fish?
Oh god, two of you are on my flank now. Angel will perk up at the not sound of her not voice. And he just answers back, seeing that Tim is approaching him as well. He'll answer back vocally. And he just says, "Yeah, looking to aid or spectate?"
I could be willing to lend my services.
Ah, and I could be appreciative.
And she'll like get up and mosey over.
And Tim just went, Angel, are you like ready? You seem to be watching the fish, but you don't seem to have anything to fish with.
Oh, I have plenty to fish with, but are you suggesting something?
No, like at this, and he just pulls out fishing gear.
From the corner of his eye, Angel is going to see if Binky is watching the two of them.
She is very poorly pretending that she's not.
Angel will kneel down and he will take the fishing gear and, namely, I think more than anything, he'd be probably more interested in the bait. If there's any in the gear.
Yeah, it says it comes with bait. It comes with everything that we're required to fish.
Okay, yeah, I think he would be interested in that. And I think that in order to in order to appeal to his audience, he smiles and will lower himself for a moment to give Tim Tim an appreciative clap on the shoulder. Thank you.
No worries. Anyways, here's the rod, the bait, and everything you need. I'll let you to it, though. I just figured it'd be simpler than, I don't know, spear fishing, I guess is what you were going for?
It's gonna get speared eventually, but... And he will move out, and I think actually the bait is probably gonna be... So here's the plan. What's it called? Actually, no, yeah, he'll say this. Alright. Yeah, I've gotten sort of an idea. The way I normally do this is I'll move the water around the fish itself, creating a dry spot where it suddenly can't really swim anywhere. And then before the water brings itself back in, I'll generally try to shoot it. But since I've got help now, if you could freeze the area around that I open up, that could work. And the actual bait would be handy to getting it in the area.
Adversity nods. It'll be a little slow, but I can freeze the water around. It takes a couple of seconds for an area this large to freeze.
Oh. He'll just say it should... Let's see.
Mechanically speaking, I can freeze 5 foot cubes, or like 5 foot cubic of water at a time.
Yeah, that's the exact same that I'm working with.
Okay, perfect. Then, yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
So you want me to lure the fish with the bait?
Yeah, just throw it in a nice little clump in an area.
No, I could do better than that. You just see the bait float into the water.
His smile widens a little bit at that, and he will approach the water. He will reach down and kick off his boots for a moment. In that, you can see that his toes are slightly webbed. And he will kind of walk into the water a little bit before remaining completely still, and he just observes in the area that wherever Tim Tim throws the bait.
Throws the bait. What you do see is the bait does a little dance.
I keep saying it, and then I remembered. Just drags it through the water.
Yeah, it's just like instead of a line, it's just the invisible hand moving it around.
Yeah, and then Angel is going to be prepared to open up the water around the fish, basically.
Actually, I have an idea that we might be able to get a bunch of fish.
Hmm.
Well, a little bit of bait helps, but I would imagine that if we can get a bunch of the fish together, there's a bunch of bait in one area.
I'm not sure if this would work, but Angel is just going to lower himself down to the water, and I think he's going to insert his face into it. And even though it's very much silent, I think he's going to create like a little whistle noise to see if he can attract as many fish in the stream as possible.
Well, I mean,
With probably a simple command such as food nearby, basically.
well, yeah, you could say that, but Tim Tim's got another idea. You just tap on your shoulder.
He raises a face out of the water.
I just meant, this, and he's going to cast Silent Image, and the lake is just going to be all of a sudden filled with all of the crickets and worms. There's a massive amount of, the insects there. And then to sell it even further, he will then cast Prestige and just get the smell of worms and crickets in that area constantly going.
And Angel will direct the fish towards that illusion.
Okay, you can roll me a survival check at advantage.
This is overkill. I hope we don't catch 100 gar. Let's see. Survival. There we go.
Suspiciously 100 gar-shaped net.
I knew one of you knew! I knew!
I know.
It's a solid number.
I think we're about to catch 100 gar.
As you kind of, I guess, spend the time to catch, I guess, what is flowing through the stream. There isn't, like, too much, but, as you spend the time and kind of between the three of you, eventually you're able to catch some trout and some perch for the next 2 days.
Apricity will, after the fish are collected, will take one and in her mouth and walk away and say, "I'll take that as my payment."
I can see her like trotting away.
Yeah, like a dog with a prize. Like,
Yeah. Well, thanks for your help.
she'll like not go too far. She'll like stay near the group, but she'll just like lay down with it between her paws, chewing it.
By the way, out of curiosity, Angel, what were you and Binky speaking about earlier? I saw you and Binky speaking earlier. I was just curious.
Oh, we were talking about the water from the statue. She wanted to maybe get some.
Oh, of course. About 90 minutes back, though, isn't it?
Roughly about, yeah.
Hmm.
Was thinking either just the two of us, or we're just gonna go back probably first thing in the morning, let everybody wake up, fuck around.
Suppose we could. I could also send the boys to go get it, I suppose.
Are you guys making any attempt to conceal this conversation from me?
Nah, like, why would we?
Okay, just making sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Suppose you could. Don't know how good of a attention span rats got.
With Reggie leading them, you'd be amazed how well they can get together.
Well, if you think they're up to the task, I don't see why not. Maybe they could get covered in no. How humid is the air in this area?
Like 50% humidity.
Okay.
Or maybe a little bit lower.
Not particularly then.
And is that like...
Angel was just gonna ask, how do you suppose they'll collect the water?
Yeah, I could give them a vial or two, and they could just dip it under. Reggie could dip it in and tie it onto the others and bring it back.
And that is assuming that these rats won't catch the attention of any other creatures that might prey on them.
Well, I suppose there is the risk of such a thing, but I was planning to send them during the night, as they are nocturnal creatures, naturally.
Yeah.
And, they know how to hide in the bushes and such.
And if that's not the case, predatory satiation. Only so many owls can eat that many rats.
Honestly, they're rather organized. Last time an owl tried to get the rats got the owl.
He kind of like purses his lips thoughtfully at that in seeming respect of the animals.
Yeah, just imagine an owl coming down to get a rat, and then 100 rats just jump on the owl.
Yeah. That'll show them.
They're well organized. I mean, I happen to, as I said, training them for a century now. They're the great ancestors and all that.
Make a rat play and kill it. Yes.
Let's make a rat play and kill the play. Yes.
There's no way the rats could win, but a billion rats is a lot of rats.
Yeah.
Man, that's all you hear about a rat catapult.
Little do you know, these rats have built fucking like crossbows and machine guns and everything.
It's like when King the Conqueror lost to a highly advanced ant civilization. That was great. Yeah, so Angel will nod to that, and we'll just say, well, yeah, if you think it'll work, then I don't see why not.
I'm sure they'd be able to handle it, but of course, if we want to head back, we can. It's just, timing-wise, might be a bit trickier. We don't.
I agree with you. We got a mission to do. It's better not to be too distracted.
Yes, honestly, and he just kind of leans in this one, he'll whisper, and frankly, the quicker we get back, the quicker Binky's curse is removed, and the happier I'll be.
He nods to that.
Can you roll a stealth check?
Me?
Tim,
No,
I
the
was-
man whispering. Oh, never mind.
I might
don't know,
roll
did I
a...
catch that?
Nope.
The only thing you're catching, Apricity, is Z's. And Phil.
No, the only reason I had him roll a stealth check is because I'm currently eating. So that means I am conscious.
Yeah.
Fair. But
That was the only part he whispered, but the rest of it would have been just normal talking.
soon that omega-3
Yeah,
fueled
but
sleep
I
will
had
claim you.
something smart to say, and your good stealth denied me that chance.
I'm
So-
sorry. I'm sorry I'm a rogue.
That one meme, it's like, I'm sorry I'm a man, and there's like the girl holding a gun. Some sins cannot be forgiven. That's what that evokes right now.
With the evening settling down, and I'll gloss by watches unless anyone has any RP they wanted to do during watch.
I think Angel, when people kind of are getting up to like sleep and whatnot, he's gonna break off for the water again. I don't think he's gonna be secretive about it. I think he's just gonna tell whoever's awake that he's going to go off and wash the rest of his body. And yeah, and that he'll be back in like what? 20 minutes.
Nice, Nikki.
Did as requested.
I guess the other thing Tim did would do is go with the Binky? I was going to send Reggie and the others so we could get that water for you.
How did you know about that?
Yeah, like...
Are you a mind reader?
Well, obviously I am, but in this case I just asked Angel.
Of course.
Would
Oh, go ahead.
No, go ahead, Binky.
I forgot what I was gonna say.
Well, fair enough. All I was going to say was, I figured it'd save us a bit of time and effort, and gives the boys some time to stretch out. I mean, they've been in the wagon for most of this trip.
You know, that's really fair. They could probably use the exercise.
Indeed, work off some of that intestines they've been eating.
Cannibalism is a hearty meal. All right.
Jesus. That was 3 days ago, Binky. They worked that off ages ago.
Oh yeah. Sorry, just all the days are just blurring together. Time blindness.
Yeah, fair enough. Don't worry. It's at least enough. By the way, Storm, just for sake, months in this game are normal. You don't have a special calendar?
Well, what do you mean?
Like they're 30 days a month.
No.
Okay, what's a month?
It depends on the day. On the month, sorry. So generally it's between like 28 to 30, I think.
I thought we could open the calendar.
Yeah, we can. I'm looking at it now. 27 to 30 is what I see.
27 to 30. Winter has 26. 26 to 30.
Yeah. It's going to be at least another 20 plus days before the next ceremony.
Oh wow, we are in the summer. Fuck.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, maybe.
She pauses for a second, and then it's just like,
Actually, I mean, if they're going, we might as well go with them, right? I mean, all of us together is a good way to travel.
Sorry, Pinky, what? You mean us going with them?
Yeah, everybody. Or, you know what? No. If everyone's together, that could probably be obvious. You know what? Yeah, just one person with the rats.
Why?
blinks slowly.
I don't know.
I hate this curse so much.
I don't know. I just have this weird feeling that we should split the party.
Yes, we should definitely just send a single person out into the woods alone with 100 rats to bodyguard them. I foresee no problems with this. I tell you what, I know exactly who we'll send off with them. Angel!
Tim.
No,
Just because
not
we're
Angel
currently-
himself.
Oh.
Could you send an octopus with the boys, maybe? And maybe we could have a bonding experience.
Oh, that's where you're going with. Okay, I just thought since you're not interested, you're gonna get him. Never mind. Okay, yeah, of course.
No, I'm not sending him off to his death, Pinky. I'm not that callous about this.
Angel is fixing the mask back onto his face. It's already on there. It's just moving it back to where it's not crooked or anything of that sort. As he's walking back with all of his clothing back on, still dripping wet. And he approaches and tilts his head curiously at the both of you.
Angel, I was just wondering, since I'm sending Reggie and the boys, would your octopus like to join them, perhaps?
You know, that's a great idea. Pesto,
What?
you should go with the rats. Get the water.
What?
Did he say or what?
For what?
For what? To get the water from the statue that we had been through earlier.
Seems unnecessary.
It is, but the rats need some protection. You should be more than enough.
I'm sure they can handle themselves.
I wasn't asking about their capabilities. This is a question of your willingness.
No.
Well, you heard the octopus. It's a squid. He's calling it an octopus on purpose.
You know, I don't think I've ever had octopus before.
Oh, it's pretty tasty.
The calamari is quite delicious when done properly.
I have to agree. And he just like side-eyeing this entire time.
Pesto retreats into the skull.
By the way, I just thought the funniest combo for our familiars, Judah. Just imagine an octopus with 8 rats in his tentacles attacking people with bite attacks.
Each rat a weapon.
Yeah.
I do quite like this, yeah.
Is mayonnaise an instrument? Is mayonnaise an instrument? In any case,
I guess we'll have to go by themselves.
yes, alas.
I mean, it is a good chance for them to learn independence.
Well, I mean, they have that already. I have, like I said, there's a few dozen colonies all over the place. They do learn it.
Yeah, but that's those colonies, not this one.
I suppose so. Necessary Reggie will lead them into the glorious gathering of your supplies. And we'll make sure they have plenty of treats back when they get here for a reward.
Only the best.
Indeed.
So the rats are going off on their own to retrieve the
The
water.
water. Yep.
When are they leaving?
Yeah, probably at night when we're going to sleep.
Does
They-
anyone have any RP during a watch?
The only thing Chithar does, like, while camp is being set up / made and people are just hanging around, he's just gonna go a little ways off and sit down and just pull out 2 gold pieces, and he's gonna do a ritual with them and make something out of them.
Can I try to watch?
I mean, this is happening while you were talking to
Oh, got it.
probably he would take that opportunity to do that.
Well, but Vicky's distracted. I better work now.
Yes. So unless anyone else watches, I will. Yeah.
Coin flip time. Okay. After Angel's bath and talking to them for a little bit, he, I think, in the middle of setting up the alarm around the perimeter, noticing him sitting, I think, a little bit a ways, Angel will orient himself to kind of watching Chithur a little bit before he sort of speaks up and just says, "What you making?"
Chithur looks around, basically just checking that Binky isn't looking.
Mm-hmm.
Manacles. Thought it might be helpful for. Taking anyone that might be a problem and subduing them for a bit. I could make you a hunting trap another day if you'd like as well. If you provide me the gold, that is.
You only ever make things out of gold.
I can make them out of anything. It's metal. Just not carrying around a bunch of pounds of iron with me. As long as it's the same value.
Right. Oh, I might have to take you up on that. Actually, let me see what I've got currently. Not much. Yeesh. And all these things are soft metals. Well, did we ever get paid? I forgot.
No, we've never been paid.
No.
Okay, we're all brokies.
Please, we pay money to the church.
Well,
True. Let's see. I'm thinking. Yeah, fuck it. Angel will just sort of pull 2 silver pieces, and he just says, "Could you make a cap for?" And he'll reach up towards one of his antlers, and because it's nighttime again, with a bit of a strain of his bicep, it takes just like a fraction of a second before it snaps off the antler, and he will lower it down in front of him, and he'll point with his other arm the sharp tip of the antler, one of the parts that aren't coral anyways. Sometimes they grow back sort of not fully formed. Not that it's a problem, but I think a nice little metal cap on top would it would look nice.
If you give me the end of it, I can make it, and it'll have to be another night though. Can only do this once a day.
Not a problem. Would you rather be left alone or?
Don't particularly care. Not used to an audience though.
Well, in that we are alike. And Angel will continue, I think, the ritual for the alarm, and he'll go back over to sit down. I think, though, he will sit down, but he won't say anything. I think more than anything, he will look off, kind of with his head tilted up a little bit, seemingly almost in tune with everything around him. You can hear like the slightest bit of, say, like an owl in the distance, and his head will tilt just the tiniest bit. He's there physically, but mentally he seems to be everywhere, basically.
Okay.
And actually, I think he would sit there for maybe 30 minutes or so before eventually he sort of gets this twinge to his hand, and I think he'll kind of give a polite bow of an excusing himself, and he'll begin to trace the perimeter, just walking it.
Okay. If no one has anything for the night, we'll cross over to the morning. So, if anyone has anything, let me know.
No watches?
Not
I'm
unless
just
we
gonna
wanted to have RP, yeah.
Yeah, I'm just gonna gloss over it.
Apricity was also excused from watches for the next couple nights, so she's getting a full uninterrupted 10 hours of sleep, baby.
With the other 8 hours they get for the rest of the day, they finally catch up on their beauty sleep.
Correct.
Also, future one-shot in mind. If we ever can't do this, we can run a one-shot featuring playing the rats on their mission.
I mean, I was going to suggest that as like we just do a Reggie one-shot with everyone's a rat from the fucking party.
I love that.
My fucking god.
Come on, that's a
So
great
good.
one-shot idea, Storm. Admit it.
It'd be like one of the expeditions in Attack on Titan in the big tree forest.
Yeah, exactly. That'd be a great one-shot.
All the same tension too.
Your one chance to take them all out in one fell swoop.
Mm.
Okay. So, in the morning, or when the rats eventually return, they come back with the water. I assume within a vial.
Yeah.
They have lost a few. 2 of them are no longer
To a hawk?
within.
A hawk got two of them?
Shut up! Shut up! Shut up! Shut up!
Actually, an owl.
So true. Owls aren't nocturnal, or hawks aren't nocturnal. That's fair. Carry on.
They were attacked by owls at the night, during the night, and had lost 2 of their members.
Why didn't they just
From
make
the-
a rat plane?
So true.
They might have. It just still costs 2 of them, right?
Yeah, shit.
2 died,
Suicide
but
bomber
they...
a rat plane.
Unfortunately, the Noctowl had 252 special attack with a jolly
shit.
nature and
The
choice
second-
six, so
the second rat plane has hit the statue.
Oh my
Oh
God.
no.
In any case, you'll wake up in the morning, feeling refreshed. You take your long rest.
Oh right, I was somehow in the getting everything. I completely forgot that Angel knows charm person, so I need to input that real quick.
It is a hot day today. It is 38 degrees.
Oh,
Oh,
Percy is
God.
so upset.
That's a brutally hot day.
That's
It's-
what?
And I'd like to mention that forests tend to be humid.
Oh yeah.
It's 100 fucking degrees.
As soon as the Percy wakes up and realizes that it's hot, she'll like tap on Thea. Do you have a bucket? I don't know why you would, but do you have some means of carrying a large amount of water?
Yeah. Tim, you just see a bucket. Tim actually has a bucket. Just floats over for you.
Angel
Can you fill it with water for me?
Then
Angel
just
will
dips into the
shake
water.
Angel is just gonna go. He was already going to. He was just gonna shape water in the rough size of the bucket, and he'll just gently place it in there.
And
And
she
actually-
will
Oh, sorry,
she
go
will
ahead.
spend the entire time they're traveling not in her usual purse, but she will sit on the carriage in a small dome made of ice with the water from the bucket. She'll basically make herself like a snow fort.
Nice.
It's a mini igloo.
Yeah.
Nikki, how's Binky looking in the heat?
Oil
Oh,
How
Oh,
hot
honey.
was it again?
100 degrees in Fahrenheit, Nikki.
oh, honey, those curls and this humidity.
Yeah, as a curly hair owner, I understand the struggle. She is.
Oh,
She
honey.
looks like she's dying.
Oh, Pinky, please, let me help. And Tim starts cast prestidigitation and just starts cooling aspects of her clothing to keep her cool.
And it just
Thank
instantly
you.
heats up like that. Like it's only so effective.
It's so hot out.
I
They're
wanna
just looking
chill.
around.
I start chilling your clothing, so it's basically like you got a cold blanket keeping you cool.
Shathar's just looking around at the party in misery. Just what's
is
wrong
fine.
with a lot of you?
I don't like the heat.
I'm melting.
It's okay, just keep the cooling on. By the way, this time Tim
It's-
is like stripped down to basically just his skivvies and his just.
I think Angel is fine, but his body is like producing a unnatural amount of sweat. So yeah.
Perfectly habitable out.
Nope, did not.
Yes, if you like the heat, which apparently Binky and I and others do not.
Your loss.
Do you not have temperature receptors?
I
Pinky,
know.
he's literally lit on fire.
Oh, so maybe you're more poorly acclimated to the cold instead.
I'll do fine in it. I can withstand most things.
Oh.
Alyssa changes into a more a less I guess covering dress so that she's not also feeling a bunch of heat.
She's showing her ankles. She's showing her
Being a
ankles.
harlot.
Yeah.
Harlot.
How dare the chastity?
From my snow fort, I offer both Alyssa and Thea an ice pack, which is just a square of ice that I have created.
I'll gladly take one.
This is the day we're supposed to arrive at the cult, right?
You got 2 days left.
Oh my god.
You know what would be a great idea? What if we all just get naked? That'll help.
Tim's halfway there. As I said, he's in his underwear.
That's where she got the idea.
I know.
Spoiler
We can all just get naked.
Say it
You
again.
know, Tim hears that, opens his mouth, closes it, thinks, and just
For
in his
once,
brain
he
is like,
will
I think, yeah, he's just gonna keep quiet.
Wait. Give me a second. Let me just roll one of these. Roll one of this. Okay, never mind. I'm not saying anything. I was really trying to help you out, Tim.
Alas.
Do you have cooler clothes, Pinky?
She looks through her bag.
Binky, yeah, this might help. And Tim will go into his bag, and he's gonna pull out his fine clothing, which I'm assuming is like light silks, which are very breathable.
God. Shathur's metal was already hot, but in the sun it's probably going to cause burns to anyone who touches him today.
No, yeah,
Oh,
it's like a hot car, like a freaking car.
Yeah. He has no clue. He don't
Binky,
gas.
yeah, this might help. This is my finest silk shirt. Breathes very nicely.
Oh, that's a good idea. I might have to put that on instead. All right, off these go. She just starts dripping right there.
Did Tim just like hold? Like, you just see like the the tent just appear in front of Binky as like he holds it up with the mage hand to give Binky the privacy for the party.
A day like today would be like the rare instance where a Persody isn't just sleeping on the journey, she's just making more ice.
Yeah, it's just constantly making ice. Yeah.
This is just the oiled up Binky, but it's actually just because she's sweating everywhere.
Yeah.
All right, all set.
Fantastic. It looks great on you.
Oh, thank you. You know, kind
Oh.
of smells like ya. Does a little dance.
Yes. Yes. I imagine Binky's also a bit bigger than Tim, so it's probably rather tight.
Yeah.
Well, I guess I'm
No,
tall. He's
no.
taller though, so.
Those areolas are standing out.
Mhm.
Oh my
Y'all
god.
sexualizing my character.
Oh, I wonder how that happened.
What do you mean? Other people are sexualizing your character.
Fucking thank you. It could've came
Sorry,
from
I didn't mean to yell, but
I just drew what Storm suggested, okay?
Your
Actually, he
voice is
just
the voice.
suggested covered in oil. You're the one who made it sexy.
I asked not safe for work or safe for work, and he said whatever, so I just picked whatever.
Harley, your voice is the voice of the people. You had to yell.
Yeah.
okay, yeah. It is a heavy burden, but it is a burden that I carry.
Right.
Yes. Anyways, I suppose we should continue on. It's a lot today.
Does this also mean my AC has gone down a bit?
Yeah. If you're not
No,
wearing your
shorten
clothes,
armor.
if you're not wearing your armor, your
If
AC
you
would
don't-
drop.
Yeah.
So
Just
Tim.
click unequipped or unequip on your armor.
Yeah.
It'll do it for you.
Thank you. If I can
Yeah,
find it.
Now it's just you, 10, and your dex score.
In your inventory.
Yeah, it's
you
in your-
should see
There it
equipment.
is.
Yeah.
Oh wow, I went down far.
Yeah, you did.
I mean, honestly, I think it's realistic. I think with Angel, he simply has like a little bit of a shroud on himself, and what he's been doing is he's already wet it, and he's just been repeatedly freezing it periodically, a little bit.
I mean, Tente
So
would
he's
normally
fine.
be cooling himself off, but because Binky's here, he's just using his spells to keep Binky's trying to keep Binky less caught. You know what? Tim
Yeah.
Tim has one plan. He'll take like 10 other rats and like give them feathers, and they like act like little fan servants.
God.
Fan service.
Okay.
Fan service and fan service.
Oh, wait, quick thing. Sorry. Storm. During the night, could I say that Binky had read a bit more of the Warden's grimoire?
Yeah.
Or no, not that one. That one,
The
yeah.
motto.
Yeah. The Warden's grimoire.
You read a little bit more into it, and you get more into details of the types of deaths the saint has said to have had experienced, going down in certain battles, and generally just trying to help people along their kind of pilgrimage, as they've traveled. A few of them have been kind of betrayals after helping certain people that perhaps they shouldn't have. But even so, that their nature allows them to just be reborn, anyways, um, and continue with their mission.
Okay. I guess does it help me learn a little bit more with how
It seems that um, through their journey, they seem to have the kind of demeanor or personality that despite possibly things might not go the way they planned and they might die for it, they still kind of pursue that and continue on with it, even if they know they're kind of going straight towards death. Um, Mainly due to because, well, they're just gonna get reborn again, so, or come back to life again, so.
Oh, I think you might be getting the Warden's grimoire and the Martyr one mixed
I
up.
thought you were talking about the motto one.
No, they said the
No,
warden.
Warden's. Yeah.
Oh, the warden one. Okay, my bad.
Okay.
Um, uh, with that one, you kind of grasp the terms. You can probably try some kind of rituals, um, when dealing with at least fiends or spirits that are around your kind of level, a lot weaker, and also have been wounded in combat, that you could probably try to kind of imprison them. But it will require some material components to actually attempt a ritual. Um, Generally kind of silver, for fiends. And then for spirits, it's um, kind of wholly imbued salt.
And what was for spirits?
Uh, Kind of like silver flakes, like dust.
Oh, wasn't that for fiends?
That was for fiends, yes. Silver dust and then wholly imbued salt for spirits.
Okay, thank you.
Also, I might have forgotten, but did I ever finish the book that I had received? Or
Um,
it's been a
Give me
while,
a-
so.
which book was it?
Gosh, it was fuck, I don't remember.
It was the
Been a
one you asked for,
while.
right?
Yeah.
Double check.
I should have put it in my inventory. God damn it.
Um, about was it like Fey activity within the area?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think due to the nature of there like not being too much within um around, that you would have finished it like within the probably the first night.
Basically, there was nothing new that I could have learned. Like, I kind of knew everything at that
Not
point.
yeah, yeah.
Okay. Ugh. Okay, that's good to know.
So you guys travel on for another what is do you guys have anything scouting, by the way, or it's just whoever's in front?
Um,
I think so far we've had. Oh, Angel was always doing the scouting.
yeah,
Like
scouting and leading.
ahead of the group,
Yeah,
or
yeah.
like with the party, or like further ahead?
No, I generally, I think in an area where he would expect more danger, he would be closer. So I think generally speaking, he keeps ahead of the group, like away from them.
Okay,
Um,
I'd say this is a good way to do it, Judah. For Angel,
huh?
like Angel and Tim would have worked. Tim would assist as the Angel if he saw you were scouting too far ahead. No more than 100 feet, and he keeps frickin' Reggie on your shoulder so he can see through Reggie's eyes and keep an eye on you if you're in danger.
That works. Yeah.
Okay. Roll me a perception check.
Perception. Oh. Oh,
Reggie's
I
just
am
kind of whittled on
seeing
your shoulder,
story.
distracting you. Or do you want to use that inspiration?
Problem is that I think on both instances I've used my inspiration for entirely unimportant shit.
You have indeed.
So I think I'll pass.
Okay.
Reggie whittles on your shoulder.
You continue onwards, making your way through the forest for the next couple of hours. It's about noon, with a peak of the heat, kind of. It was quite hot early in the morning, but now it's at the 37 degrees.
So it just keeps getting
And
fucking hotter.
yeah, well, it was hot in the morning, but the 37 degrees is the peak. Sorry, is what I meant to say.
Okay.
Sorry. Yeah. But it was already decently hot when you woke up.
Mm-hmm.
As you continue along, making your way through the forest, you start to see kind of like an opening, bit of a clearing ahead. And as you walk, you hear a kind of voice above, kind of in the trees. And you hear the click of like a crossbow. Hold it.
Angel stops in his tracks and will slowly look upwards.
You see kind of a hooded and masked individual, kind of dressed in lighter garments, black, currently sitting in one of the trees on a branch. The crossbow is pointed right towards you. Why are you entering this forest?
What did you say before entering this forest?
Why are you entering this forest?
Just passing through, friend. Ain't no
Where
reason to
you're
get violent.
Where you're passing to?
What are cities and areas that are nearby that would be in the general direction that I'm heading?
Um. Cities?
Like, what would be a plausible lie to say in this instance?
Brayden.
You say Drayden or Brayden?
Frey.
Frey.
F-R-E. Yeah, Freyden.
To Frayden, friend.
And you're not taking the roads.
Do I look like the type of man that takes roads? I know my way around here. But... And he looks around, sort of like into gesture, but also to double check and make sure that he's the only one that's here and not multiples.
With that perception check, you kind of little distracted.
Fair. Okay.
Maybe it's the heat. But you can't quite see anything at the moment.
Angel will look back up and he'll say, though I admit, I wasn't anticipating running into anybody else.
Well, you're heading towards our camp. And, in fact, you should probably stay clear of this area. Don't want to get yourself hurt now, do you? There's been some disturbances going around. I advise you stay clear. Take the main road.
Oh, man. I will, first of all, I want to say that Angel will make just like the subtlest move of his shoulder, the one that Reggie is sitting on top of, to sort of like nudge the rat, and hopefully because the others are still attached.
So here's the thing. I was going to wait till you were done, but I think it's a good time to interrupt. Timton's been watching. He tells everybody what's happening. You put your armor on, and he apologizes to Pinky. And he then casts disguise self to look like Dinky. He goes, just wait here, everybody. I'm gonna go help him. And then he goes to wander out towards you.
I'll put my armor back on.
Which gives Binky and everybody time to put their armor on. And I'd say at this point, because it's been a few minutes and we're only 100 feet ahead of us, you just hear a voice go, Angel! What's going on? Is everything all right? And you just see this elderly gnome with a cane walking towards you.
Angel will look back behind himself, and he just says, yeah, we're fine. We just accidentally trespassed.
Oh, I'm sorry there, Sonny. We didn't mean anything. We're just on our way to... What was it again? It was...
Raiden.
Raiden! Yeah, taking my granddaughter and the others down there.
Oh, it's your business.
Oh, I happen to be a traveling merchant.
How far away is he?
He's just up in the tree about 30 feet away.
Excellent. Okay. This is one of those things where it's like, this is likely. Ah, gosh, I have to stop thinking in the frame of my brain. I guess. Oh, fuck. I don't know if anybody else is in the area or anything or whatnot, or what to say. I think Angel will turn back towards the others, and you know what? No, if a Persody is awake, he'll make eyes at her.
Yeah, I mean, she's like I said, she's awake this entire day because she's making ice. So
True.
like she's been. This is the only day that you've seen her be cognitive through the travel.
Okay. Actually, okay, yeah. Sorry.
If you look back at her, she'll speak in your mind and say, "Is there something you need?"
I think he would just say, only reassurance in the event that things go to shit.
I can generally sneak through unnoticed as a creature of the forest, but aren't too many Arctic foxes in this area.
Yeah, I'm gonna try something. If it fucks up, well, we might be in for one. And he'll look back up over towards the guy in the tree, and it's just. I'll be honest, this was kind of a bit of a mistake, and I see that you've got that weapon here. I know it's a bit of a long shot, but I was hoping that we might be able to speak as friends, and he'll cast Charm Person.
Ooh.
Okay.
I still haven't imported the
I see that
fucking
you
spell.
Chekhov's gunned that charm person.
You know, Chekhov sounds like a great guy.
I think he gets it, to be honest with you.
You get Charm Person? Is that from your subclass?
I did, yeah, it's part of my subclass.
Okay. Spells.
And here I can throw it in the because I
There you go.
literally just grabbed it.
Oh, you just
okay.
put it in. That's
Yes.
right. You got it.
Yes.
You beat me. Yeah, you can cast it.
Excellent. But yeah, let me. Wait, where the fuck? Okay, there we go.
I moved it to the top because it's.
I want it in alphabetical order.
Is it in alphabetical order?
Yeah, it's fine. I'll fix it later.
I think
Yeah.
I think some of them are, yeah. Wisdom save.
Not very high of a wisdom save, but
Well, we're at an early level too. Unless you got max stat, you're looking at 13, 14 on average.
yeah, true.
Even at max, it's only a 15.
Stairs.
That might be the old one.
The great old one. I just pissed off a eldritch entity.
Yeah, watch
No,
it be.
more like the imported version.
Yeah, watch it not even be a humanoid, and you just tried to charm a fucking like vampire or something.
Okay. And you trying tricks on me?
What? What's happening?
I'd advise you don't.
Damn it! I hired you to be a guide!
Angel will
Stand there. Don't try anything funny.
I'm full of jokes, but I'll behave.
Listen here,
Neil.
Sonny. Tempted just. Can I ask what the problem's going on here? I mean, we're trying to get to town. I got goods to sell.
Why are you not taking the roads?
Are you kidding me? The main roads are dangerous, full of bandits. That's where they attack you. Coming through the forest, they don't think like that. They never expect us to come through this way.
That's what
I'd
I'm here
argue
for.
the main roads are generally safer than going through the forest and encountering monsters.
Yeah, but that's what he's for.
Actually, Angel will just say, "And haven't you heard? There's supposed to be a group around. Been chasing people out of these forests."
Mm. We have heard of such group, yes.
Sight check.
Go
Are
ahead.
they does he seem unaffiliated? Let's see.
You don't know.
Well,
Until
yeah,
you
that's
make that
why.
insight.
Yeah.
You don't know. Yes.
What are my rolls? Oh my god. Oh,
I'm so happy I burnt all my inspirations on stupid
I know. I'm
shit.
catching fish and tending to a goddess statue.
Yeah, you did import the 2024 version, so I'm gonna import the.
Oh,
Yeah, you got the
okay.
new one. That's just like that looks very raw. Like looks very wordy for charm person.
Yeah.
The tip just goes, yeah. Anyways, yeah. So I mean, again, we figured this. We outsmart them by coming through these areas. That's why I hired the guide here with the deer mask. Cause you know, you always trust a man wearing the skull of an animal he's killed.
He nods in agreement.
Hmm.
By the way, what's this guy look like again? In the tree with the crossbow?
He's got a hood on, like a black hood on, like kind of like a.
Like the assassin
Scout
style
robe.
hood? Yeah, like, okay.
Yeah.
A black hood in this heat, girl.
Poor
It's
bastard.
light.
Any case, what's the problem anyways? Why can't we pass? Are you robbing us?
You're gonna enter our camp if you keep going.
Your camp? Oh, would you like to buy some pudding pops? I've got lots of great wares.
Not in particular, and the way you're heading, you're gonna come across a manor that let's say folks there are not too keen on trespassers, so I advise you go around.
Well, I mean, you never know. I mean, I've got great sales here for them. I mean, we're always looking for people to buy our goods.
I don't think they're looking for your goods.
Well, everybody's looking for a Grandpa Dinky's goods.
Oh. What sort of things are happening in there?
Let's just say that there's some disturbances going wrong, and they've occupied their area.
Oh,
They have you-
disturbances.
Come on. They have you sitting out in this heat and you're gonna stay tight-lipped?
Yes.
Yeah. So you have a camp, eh? You a Boy Scout?
No, I'm not.
Oh. Girl Scout?
Do I sound like a go to you?
I don't judge.
So true, Grandpa Dinky.
Thank you, Grandpa Binky. Our non-discriminating king.
Right. Let's see.
And give me a moment. I'm gonna fetch my people.
Oh, that's great.
And he'll
Um,
give out a whistle.
Apricity will look to the two people, or like the one person she can talk shit with, and just says in Thea's mind, "Are you hearing this shit?"
They're gonna get us killed.
They're going to get themselves killed. We'll go that way. She like gestures in the other direction.
did she make sure to disconnect Angel before she said that?
She does, yeah.
Okay.
We can't leave them
Um,
now.
Well, no, but if things go bad, we can hang out to the back and maybe you fly us off?
Yeah, if things go bad, maybe.
I'll stay right at your feet.
A woman and another kind of masked individual approaches. The woman seems to be dressed in kind of like a red outfit, with kind of like plates of kind of armor adorned her body. Her face is covered also by like this kind of masked helmet, and she kind of has a flail attached to her hip. The other fellow that accompanies her also seems to be kind of dressed up in like loose leathers and a mask. Well, what's going on over here? You have acquaintances? Curious.
Oh, enchanté, madam. And Tim does like a really shaky bow.
Enchanté to you, good sir. Might I ask, why are you entering these woods? You're passing through?
Oh, yes, we're heading towards one of the nearby towns to sell my wares and goods.
Hmm. What goods are you selling?
Well, we have some various pots, pans. My granddaughter over there, she's a genius. She makes all kinds of gizmos and gadgets.
Interesting. That's
Waves
quite
hand.
curious, actually. What do you make?
All sorts of stuff. Potions, little treats you can eat and do fun magical stuff. Inventions of all sorts. I just like making stuff.
Making things. Creation. That's quite a good trait of yours to have.
Mm-hmm. It's probably gonna help a lot with the cultists too.
Cultist, you say?
Yeah, we're going after cultists.
Like you just see okay, so the invisible hand just slaps on Pinky's mouth, so they just see her, but you can still see the mouth moving.
I think at this rate, I'm sorry, guys. I haven't been Angel in a stressed position. I want to do one thing and he wants to do another thing, and I'm struggling to parse through the mess of his brain, of my brain. But at this point, being nice kind of already failed. Being manipulative also kind of failed. So at this point, I'm kind of just like, I think he'll just start shooting at them.
Well, let's see what's going on first.
Yeah.
Like Tim
Why
would
not?
be very much be like, look at us like, let's see what goes. Like you see, she kind of like reaches slowly for you, but like, let's see where we're going first. This might be, yeah. Well, yeah, we heard about the cultists here, and I figured I could sell them Uncle Dinky's cultish elixir. Great for them, worshippings. Don't mind Binky, she sometimes gets like that. She's got a frog in her throat.
Roll me a deception check.
I get advantage because I'm another person. It's okay. Let's see if I can do better. Nope, but an 18's not shabby.
Not at all.
So you're looking to sell things specifically to cultists?
Well, to everybody, honestly, but since we were in the area, we figured on our way towards the town we could sell them things. I mean, I'm not one to judge. Anyone's allowed to worship whoever they like. You know what they say about cultists? There's not much difference but tax exemption. Which means I got...
And as for business's sake, money is money.
I love it that it's invisible, too, so it's just you see the mouth moving normally, just muffled.
So you're just looking to make a bit of money, to have you seem fit.
Hey, I mean, that's what merchants do, right?
Very well. I'll let you in on a little secret. You can trade with us, and we can let you go on your way. How about that?
I'm always hoping for a good trade, madam. What you looking for?
What do you have?
Let's see here. He starts going into the wag. He's like, well, our inventory's a little light, but Binky, what do you have?
I got fruit. I got potion materials. I have one treat that I made. I have a seed of repackaged destruction. I got a smoke bomb, grappling hook, stun jacks.
Smoke bomb! Just fucking run.
You'll give me an hour and I can,
we got...
some metal and I can craft you anything worth under 100 gold.
Yeah, indeed, we got our good old crafter there. Let's see, we also got some snowshoes. He starts pulling all the stuff he bought. I got some rations for people. Got some good fishing equipment here.
That's proposal of being able to craft anything we like in an hour, at least to a certain degree, sounds quite interesting, actually.
What'd you have in mind?
That's a good question. Probably a few more weapons.
I
That
can
would
craft
be
one.
useful.
Apricity will say in the heads of Thea, Angel, Shathur, and Tim now Dinky. So what? Your plan is to go in here, trade with the likes of them, and keep Pinky quiet the whole time?
Well, DM question. My brain, sorry. I think the sleep meds are doing their job. I am forgetting, I guess, the initial mission. Like, were we simply to put a stop to whatever the cultists are doing, or I know
Yes.
Binky has like a side plot of also kind of wanting to understand what they are doing, which I think Angel does sort of agree with.
Putting a stop to whatever they're doing.
Okay. Angel will reply back to Apricity saying, I believe I'm on board with what Binky was saying about understanding the exacts of what they're up to. But I mean, frankly, I'm just waiting for an opportunity to need to get violent.
Just need to keep her quiet for an hour. And you all can do the talking.
Oh, yes, keeping her quiet for an hour is certainly a trivial matter.
I can always go off and make it somewhere else, have them stick around with me, rather than with the wagon and you all.
You don't hear anything that's happening right now.
Yeah, no, it's just very quiet, so she's just making noise.
Alright, okay.
A person he said the adults are talking. That's
Correct.
So, madam, you're looking for more weaponry for your crew, I take it then?
Indeed.
Yeah, definitely, our good old forger there can help you with that. Part of the whole Dinky's package.
All right. Well, if we do business with you here, and how about we escort you around the cultists?
Well, I suppose. I mean, the question, of course, being though is we're hoping to see what they're up all about. Like, you got any info on them? Like, why we gotta go around them?
They do not wish to be disturbed.
Must be up to something rather important.
Something like that.
Well,
I'm
if
curious
you don't
why.
mind humoring me,
Oh.
cultists, whether you want to call them that or not, they get inducted some way, shape, or form. Did you all know each other before? Are there flyers around? How did they come to be in this?
She pauses for a moment. Well, they were within the area, and let's just say that, trying to make sure that people don't end up getting hurt by what they're doing, you know?
I'd consider that noble. But I'm curious, if all they're just trying to do is do their own little thing, make sure nobody's getting hurt, what's the bad rap about?
The golems. Have you not heard? I assume that perhaps you would have gotten information if you were heading through such an area.
Oh, we heard about
The
them
only-
making like people made out of mud and stuff. Figure that's part of the reason we come. We could sell them cheap materials.
Oh, they don't
The inf-
need those materials. From what I've gathered, they have everything they need.
What are the golems for?
Building.
Something within me wants to hear what Binky has to say to them. It'd be so funny.
She's still just talking muffled in the background.
Why are you keeping her muffled?
She can't see that. All she sees.
She can see that Binky's trying to talk, and there's muffled sounds, but there's no words coming out. And it's an invisible hand.
Yeah, exactly. So she just
So
sees something's muffling her, but for all Tip is just. What do you mean? She just sounds like that sometimes. Poor girl. Part of her brilliance, though, but sometimes her head gets a little disjointed and the words don't come out. You know what genius is like. Only a thin line between that and madness, they say.
Binky looks like she's trying to rip something off of her mouth.
Well, the hand is tangible, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, it's like you can touch it. It's very much still a hand.
Oh, I can remove it, right?
Yeah, you'd be able to. Yeah, you'd be able to push it.
Roll me a deception check at disadvantage.
Flat, because I always have advantage as another person.
What does that mean? Wait, what?
22, baby.
Why do you always have advantage?
Actor feat.
Actor.
If I'm another person, I have advantage on my deceptions and my performance checks.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's why he has the alter ego, so that he can
Yeah.
get advantage when he's dinky.
Should have done that shit as Jericho. Fuck.
Correct, you should have.
But that would mean Jericho lying and pretending to be someone else, and I don't
Oh,
see
yeah.
that going
Yeah,
well.
that doesn't really work for Jericho.
Yeah.
Alright, I'll take your word for it.
Although I thought it said like something along the lines of when trying to pass yourself off as a different person. Is it like the identity that's being interrogated?
I mean, it's kind of a DM interpretation for it.
Let me double check.
Yeah, it says you have advantage on charisma deception and charisma performance checks when trying to pass yourself off as a different person.
Yeah, that's passing yourself off as a different person, not just straight up any charisma checks in conversation. So I guess when you have advantage when people are trying to see if you're someone else, like not who you say you are. But in this instance, it would be disadvantage, not flat.
Okay.
Not at advantage.
I'm sorry, Heath.
22.
It's fine.
Fuck yeah. He's just better.
Same thing. She takes your word for it. But I'm also interested. You say she has a creative mind, does she not?
No, she's an inventor.
I've met an individual that was quite the inventor themselves. I'm curious, what... Could you make something?
Oh, let me check. Okay. Tim goes up to Pinky, goes, Pinky, please control yourself, and it pats her on the back, but then removes the mage hand, is just like trying to dislodge a cough from her.
Yeah, what do you want me to make?
So you can create things. What about... You create something that would clear a blockage?
Oh, having trouble with the bathroom, are ya?
No, no. She chuckles. A more like cave-in, I suppose.
Oh, yeah. I don't even have to make it. I just keep those on me.
Pulls out a bomb.
You keep explosives on you.
Yeah, just actually in case of this sort of thing. Like, there's people trapped or I gotta get through something. They're handy.
Perfect. Could we buy one? Or at least maybe you could demonstrate.
If I use it, I'll have to make another one. That'll take some time.
Interesting.
I suppose if you want us to remove a blockage, we could do it for you.
Could also do that.
No, I more so wanted it, for my own personal reason.
She takes out her, I'll take out the mine and hold it out.
This is what it looks like.
Interesting. Okay. And we could buy it off you?
Sure, if you wanna. I can just make more.
Me checking the feature. No. That one. Hmm. I need to check how this works actually, because I don't remember how you can pass those things off.
I think it's kind of one of those comical aspects of the class where you make the thing, but only you can use it, but it still comes off as the thing.
I'm pretty sure, yeah.
So it's a Binky. It's not that Binky can't pass it off. It's just I would say it would be inert except by Binky. So Binky could sell it to him, but it wouldn't be an explosive for them.
Yeah.
Which
Or
Tim is
maybe
okay
they
with.
they don't know how to use it.
Yeah. It's genetically coded to Binky.
That's wild. Could line an entire car full of explosives, but no one else could set them off except for you.
Hell yeah.
Hey,
Video game logic.
on the other
That's
side,
actually
too,
how the rules are written?
we can actually also set it up for the comical aspect that nothing stops you from selling it, and by the time they find out they can't use the explosive, it'll be too late and we'll be gone.
Would you like to, I guess, come into our camp for a while, and I guess we could travel onwards for a bit?
Yeah, sure.
If you'd be so kind.
Or if you want, since you're interested in my stuff, I could just go alone with ya.
No, remember what we said about stranger danger, Binky.
I mean, what's your name?
Not the point, Binky!
My name is Lynette.
Ah. Well, now we're not strangers.
We're
Is
all...
she lying?
Oh, right, I should introduce myself. I am Binky
About-
Grubbernot.
About her name?
Yeah.
Roll me an insight.
Just curious. A 13.
Doesn't seem to be.
Well, I got what I wanted, or we got what we wanted.
Wait, I'm made a funny realization. Can I insight her name as well?
Okay.
Okay, I got the
Doesn't
same
need
thing. Yeah.
Well, I guess we better head to the camp. Come on, princess!
Give me a moment. I'm going to tell them to prepare a little. And she whispers something into one of the guy who accompanied her, and he walks back towards the direction they came from.
Prepare. Just how many of you are there?
5.
Tim wants to insight that.
Go ahead.
I don't have the best insight, but maybe I'll actually roll.
Don't
I
think
would
we need
all-
a feast or anything.
Nope.
Could I try, or am I asking too much?
I'll give one more.
I
attempt.
have a +6 in insight. But...
Yeah, if you
Oh,
were
no,
gonna,
go for
yeah,
it.
sure, yeah, if you were gonna go
Go for it.
line, yeah, do it.
I also don't want to hog rolls. Maybe I should have in that instance, you know?
First roll of the game, baby.
Yeah.
But they're still shook at how much humans seem to care about hot weather.
He's
He
just
seems to
mad
be-
that they chose Binky's
And foxes.
fucking little weird things over his master craftsmanship. Okay,
A little
Molding.
upset. Just a little upset.
Bros
like
molding.
it wasn't like he wanted to make it for them, but you know the fact that I don't want him to.
For this amateur craftsmanship.
Out of
From the
curiosity,
lady
though,
who's been harassing him, nonetheless.
like, what kind of prep work do you need for us to come in for? Like, you got dirty magazines lying around or something?
No, just making sure that everything is in order. We were planning to leave soon, so just advising that there will be a new group entering in.
Ah!
She also seems to be telling the truth, Chither.
Yippee!
Well, I mean, I suppose that makes sense. Gotta get your breakfast dishes cleaned up and everything.
Indeed. After about 2 minutes, the guy returns back. All right, let us be on our way then.
Okay, come on, princess.
As you make your way through into the camp, kind of a shaded area with kind of forests covering, they seem to be packing up. And getting ready to go.
Angel will return to the side of the group, and he'll just let out a little bit of a sigh.
But it seems that there is only 5 of them.
Ah, such a lovely little group. So, what are you all out here for exactly?
Scouting.
Oh, Girl Scouts.
Some of us. I guess you could say that.
Hmm. But, who are you scouting for?
We're just scouting the area to make sure that there's no disturbances of those golems.
Ah, okay. But who are you scouting
We actually
for?
took down some of them.
Ourselves.
Oh, I see. Just back on the mouth. Oh, no, Dick Binky, you got that cough coming on again, I see. um, oh, you're scouting for yourselves. Oh, like just to help Good Samaritan work sort of thing?
Just to stay clear of the area, and for those who enter into the area and perhaps might find themselves upon some golems, we can tell them to steer clear of them.
Oh, I get it, but you're doing it because you're Good Samaritans.
Yes.
I see. Oh, it's always got the, like, very nice people. Well, you know anything about these people, like, honestly, though? I mean, I was planning to sell them some stuff, and any info on them might be useful.
Why would you need info on them if you're going around?
Well, like, I mean, we kind of want to sell them stuff, but I don't necessarily have to. I mean, why would we need to go around?
I'd advise that you go around.
I mean,
Golems can tend to be quite dangerous.
oh, I'm sure we're fine.
I don't think you'd be able to sell golems anything.
Oh, you'd be amazed what you can sell someone.
I don't think they would quite understand you.
Oh, maybe not, but, they still got their masters with, the people who built them. They might want some accessories.
On the golems, I don't think so.
Ah,
Don't seem like the type.
you never know. They could be useful accessories. Like, what if you had a golem with, like, a jackhammer arm?
You have one of those?
My granddaughter could build one with the help of, Shathur over there.
Well, if you manage to build one in that journey, then perhaps you could maybe make your way there.
Easy peasy. As Shathur said, we could do it within 1 hour. We can get our materials together.
How much does a jackhammer cost?
Well, technically, you would just be building the chisel part, and Binky would be just constructing the jackhammer.
Fair.
Crazy how Shathur and Binky could be crafting buddies, but Binky insists on harassing Shathur every chance that she gets.
She's cursed.
This
Before
happened
that-
before the curse, Nikki.
Before that, she asked. He said no. She's like, "Are you sure?" And then he took offense.
Was that before or after feeling him up? Yeah. Yeah.
I think she's cursed then. Was
Well,
Was
No,
she?
That was the very first interaction.
That was the very first interaction, yes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. It's okay, reformation is possible, maybe.
if you really wanted to be escorted to the cultist, we could accompany you. If that's what you really want.
You working with him? For him?
Not really.
Don't seem like you're against him, though.
We steer clear of them.
I mean, we wouldn't want to put you out. You could just point us in the right direction, and we can go see about making some sales.
We can handle ourselves. Tree ones burn like lumber anyway.
We were heading in that direction anyways, just making sure that where they're sending their golem patrol routes were not further expanding in certain directions.
Any particular reason you don't want them expanding in a certain direction, or just like in general?
Just general.
Yeah,
Just keeping an eye on their whereabouts.
I mean, ask him politely. I mean, you can be amazed what a kind word can do.
Oh, we have.
So you're speaking to their leaders and such.
I have, yes.
Oh, what they like? I'm curious.
They do not seem fond of you, those outsiders. Which is why I don't think that you'd really be of good company when coming over to sell them things. But if that's what you insist, who am I to stop you?
No, fair enough. Like I said, we can head down on our own, though. No reason to have you be troubled with us. I mean, that's what Angel was hired for. Greatest scout in the world. Yep, Eagle Eye misses nothing.
Well, I've
When
heard
am I
that
open, share?
I've heard the area has been riddled with monsters that have been fleeing the manor and all manners of sorts. So, wouldn't it be safer to travel together?
I wouldn't worry. I mean, again, you got your own things you got to worry about.
Um, roll me a persuasion check.
You know what? I'll burn my inspiration finally. Much better.
Yes.
Very well. If you want to travel on ahead, that's your choice.
Of course. Thank you very much, though. You've been very kind.
Of course. Happy to help. So about those explosives, how
Yep.
much would they cost?
Well, let's see here. Working out the factors. How big of an explosion are you looking for?
Just a moderate one. I was more
Okay.
curious on the make.
Well, we could sell you a good explosive that would probably get you about 14 newtons worth of force. Basically, he's just putting forward and describing how the explosives works. I mean, I guess what Nikki's explosives are what 3d6, 2d6. I can't remember.
It's shadow.
Yeah, that's 2d8.
3d6, I think.
Is that
2d8?
2d8?
Shatter is
Pretty sure it's 3d8.
3d8.
FBI agent, chill. I'm asking how much are explosives in D&D, okay?
Hmm?
I'm just wondering. Jesus, a bomb is 150 gold.
Yeah, that's why I'm checking, right? But I also have to check how how much damage they do, so I have some sort of like a stick of dynamite does 3d6 damage. So this would be about the equivalent of a stick of dynamite. Actually, a little stronger than a stick of dynamite.
I was thinking in terms of like maybe it's the cost of a scroll of shatter minus the fact that it can't be silenced, so it's probably more expensive. That's what I was thinking.
Or counterspelled, even.
Yeah. Guess he can be restrained though, and other means.
Oh, yeah, well, that's anything.
Yeah, yeah.
Let's see here. Given the value of the explosion and the force and the way it goes, it's about, you know what? Because you got a kind face, we'll give you the friends and family discount for helping us out. Let's say, 10 gold.
He's wearing a mask.
I am wearing a mask.
What does that have to do with it? So is he, and he's got a great face.
He flashes a smile. That is
Chemicals
visible.
awfully
because-
cheap for an explosive.
As I said, friends and family discount.
Watch them throw that thing at us later.
It won't work.
I know, that's
I
the
know.
gag.
Well, that's the
These
funny part.
people, like, they're not even enemies. We're just fucking scamming them.
Doug, like, this is what Tim does anyways.
Yeah, true.
You mind if I take a look at it?
No, of course, you can take a peek at it.
Like, with my hands?
Oh,
Is
sure.
that fine? Okay. She'll take the explosive and look it over. Okay. 10 gold. And she'll give you 10 gold.
Fantastic. Hey, great doing business with you.
A pleasure. She'll pocket it.
Well, in any case, we better get going. Okay.
Indeed.
Okay, guys, move on out. Binkies. Binky. Oh, she fell asleep. Poor thing. Just imagine I suffocated her by just like keeping the thing on her mouth long enough till she
So
passed out.
true.
Do you guys make your way onwards?
On to it, Dickie's package. Let us go.
So true.
Yeah, we continue onward.
Mm.
That's the other thing. He's like, I could have probably took him for like 50 or 100 gold, but at the same time, it's like that bomb's not going to work. For 10 gold, they might not bother to fuck with us. Like,
They're gonna try to use it like that night, and then they're gonna ambush us at our fucking camp.
Well, they know where we're going.
they do.
Alright.
I mean, we might be safe by the fact that they don't want to go anywhere near the cultists.
True.
I have a high suspicion that they might be working with the cultists based off of things that were said and not things not quite lining up. But our insight sucks, so that's me, not the character.
It'd be like that.
You guys continue on for another few hours, and I'll probably call it there.
Sounds good. Got to bring out Grandpa Dinky again.
Thanks for the session, Storm. Have a good
All
night.
Thanks
good.
for the session,
Have a good night.
Storm.
Have a good day, you two.
Bye bye.
You get some sleep, cat.
I might.
Go
Please.
get
I
some
might.
rest.
Crazy.
Please get sleep.
Yeah, Jesus.
Or I will